Just for you. I don't want you to hurt, so I'll give you this hope.
Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. I'm Darienne from DariAwakened.com, and this is another week where we're talking more about meditation. Today I want to talk about how to create a sacred space for your meditation. So important. I'll talk about why it's so important, why it's really going to help you in your meditation. I think it's pretty obvious, and some little suggestions on how to create that space. But first I'm going to share with you my sacred space for meditation, and here it is. My bed. And really my whole bedroom is my sacred space, but most of the time when I meditate on my bed, right there. I got my music on my Pandora, on my phone, and I would suggest, I've told you guys this plenty of times, to go onto Pandora. If you don't want the commercials, you probably should pay for the Pandora. I really don't mind the commercials. I look at it as kind of like a challenge, you know, meditation-wise. But, oh, there's a beautiful butterfly outside. Okay, anyway. A little distracted there. Which is kind of a good segue, because there's a beautiful butterfly outside, and I wanted to talk about how I've created my sacred space with all of the things I love so dearly. And you guys have probably seen in the background I have butterflies hanging everywhere. I've even got butterflies tattooed on my body. I love butterflies. They're so gorgeous, and they represent metamorphosis, and that really is so in line with me and who I am. So I really connect with butterflies, and I'm super, like, I'm an air sign, so I'm just up in La La Land a lot. So I really connect with that, and I create my sacred space with the things that I love. So if you notice, the color of my room is this really peaceful blue, but it's so bright. The sun is so bright for me and beautiful, and I love that. Some people don't like the sun and that brightness. I do. I love it. The color pink, the little pops of pink, that's so in line with me. All of the colors. I have this piece of artwork that I painted myself with the tree on it and the birds and trees. I'm very, very connected with trees. I have trees outside. It's the first thing I see when I wake up is the sun and trees, and it's beautiful to me. And I get to, when I open my eyes after my meditation, this is what I get to look at, and it's bright and beautiful, and I love it so much. I surround my room with quotes, all sorts of things that are spiritual to me. I have rosaries. I have an Om sign sticker right here. I have angels. I have a dream catcher. I have all of the elements. I have lots of these. Look, I got little kissing angels. I have lots of these little angel things. I love angels. I have my sage, my incense, candles. I mean, anything. I have little crystals next to my bed. Anything that's just in line with yourself is super important. Now, this has taken me years to develop. So I understand that if you're beginning a meditation practice and just starting your first sacred space, that it's not going to be an entire bedroom filled with all of these spiritual, meaningful things for you and these little totems that mean something to you. I completely understand that. But if you could take a corner out of your home and create it into this sacred space with the intention of creating a sacred space, right? Whether you're this very connected and you believe in the angels and God and all of that, or you're very logical and you just want to set the intention that this is going to be a space that is only meant for meditation, and it is my space. Put a nice little pillow there. I literally bought this pink pillow at IKEA for $3, and I drew bleach on it with one of my favorite quotes, where your heart lies is your treasure also. That's what that says on there. If you never knew, that's it. And that cost me like $4. because then you can get a whole jug of bleach for $99 and just paint it on, or a bleach pen or something, or 99 cents, not dollars. But things that are easy like that. So just having a pillow, maybe if the beach is calming for you, or a lake, or trees as they are for me, hanging a nice little picture of that. Even if it's a picture you don't have and you just print one offline that you really love. If you cut one out of a magazine, something that you really love, something that just makes you, when you see it, go, ah. You don't want to have a whole bunch of pictures of your family, because as a woman, especially a mom, if you see pictures of your kids, you're just going to think, oh my God, what do I have to do for my kid today? Did I make dinner? Did I do this? No. This space is for the nothingness and all that brings you peace. Okay? Now, we love our children, don't get me wrong, but our meditation space is just not a place for their picture, because we love them, but the inner caregiver in us is going to think about them and not ourselves, and we need to get into ourselves so that we can later be wonderful moms. So something like that, maybe put a nice little candle with a smell that you love so much, or burn some incense with a smell that you love, that is really in line with you. Surround yourself with colors. Even if you really want it to be sacred, if you could just like hang a blanket up to make it a little bit more private. Maybe there's a blanket that you love the colors of it. Something that just is very simplistic, only a few little things, but is really representative of your peace within. Okay? Do that, and then what happens is when we get into that space and we meditate every single day, no matter how difficult it is to get into that meditative state, that's where like the sky opens up and we have all the answers to everything, right? It's not always easy to get there, but once we implement our practice and we've gotten to a point where this is really working, I'm really good at this, what happens is the brain says every time we sit in that meditation space, it becomes this practice, this ritualistic practice. It programs the subconscious, so now every time I sit in that space, it is quicker and quicker for me to get into that meditative space, where I'm to the point now where I sit down, I put my legs in half lotus, I sit like this, I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, and I immediately sink into that meditative state, immediate, where I'm just there, and it's peace. And sometimes it goes, sometimes when things are a little wild in my life, it doesn't always work so perfectly, but keeping this space as sacred and really setting the intention that this is a creative space or a sacred space. Maybe you can surround it with this white bubble of light and ask the angels to come in, or whatever you want to do, but really something that's in line with you, that's super peaceful, that's going to be this sacred, beautiful space where you won't have interruptions and you'll be able to do your meditations and implement a real practice. There you go, guys. I will see you next week. Make sure you share your sacred space. I really want to know, where did you put it in your house? Can you send me some pictures? Because I'd love to see pictures. You can tag me send them on Facebook, Daria Awakened, Twitter, tag me, Instagram, hashtag Freedom Friday, or you can put the pictures or explain them underneath this video in the comments below. And I really want to know what that sacred, just inspire us. That's why it's called the Inspiration Conversation. Join it and inspire us to create our own sacred space. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next week.